Hi guys. Okay, this is Jason from English Out There, and I'm just going to read you the newsletter for the 24th. Is it 24th of August today? I think. Um, so it's quite a long one, so I'm going to have to go through it quite quickly. Uh, Here we go. English Out There refreshes the parts other English courses cannot reach. Alright, okay, I know I have been slack, shoddy, and totally lazy over the summer. I haven't written any big newsletters, that's true, but I have been dribbling bits and bobs out. That's sending small pieces of information that I thought might interest you, and I hope some of it has caught your eye. Watch me read this newsletter, which is what you're doing now. So, some good stuff is happening with EOT, and here we go, and we can shout this loud and clear now because crucially we have the proof. Okay, there's a list of things there that are in the newsletter, so I will just plow on and go for it because we only have 10 minutes. Have I sent this out before? Oh, sorry, I'm referring to this information. Well, it is amazing and incredible and proves that EOT works better than any other course you could care to mention. So, unlike every other English course provider in the world, that is every English course provider in the world, we've recorded our students' progress from start to finish and published it online. So, nowhere to hide. No other English course provider has audio before and after case studies like these. If you haven't already, do please have a listen to Jane 27, who's Chinese. You will be astonished, and just like Professor Stephen Krashen was when he listened and left a comment. It is now on the englishouthere.com homepage, so it's really easy to listen to Jane's progress. This is a very Chinese newsletter this week because following on from helping Jane to speak English comfortably, Anne Fox of the well-known podcast Absolutely Intercultural posted an audio show about English Out There on her podcast. And this one is especially interesting because she interviewed Richard Wood of Verge, which is a small school in China. And Richard has personally been using EOT materials with great success inside China and explains why they are so useful for Chinese learners. So do have a listen. Click on the link to Anne's podcast. So, what with teaching someone to speak English well in just 18 hours and having our first teacher inside China go on the record and talk about how good EOT really is, I thought I would open up a little to my LinkedIn group called Teaching English. And I've been having a fairly grueling private debate, that's a long discussion, about EOT with someone quite well known to the EOT world and using examples of recent research to back up my arguments. And I put in there, although I don't know why I'm arguing, because I have irrefutable proof, the audio. So, bolstered by our success and growing reputation, I thought I would try to engage the 327 highly experienced, I think it's 328 now, someone from OUP signed up last night, highly experienced professionals in our LinkedIn group with the question, is ELT honest or does it need to come clean about how people learn language? I know it's a little provocative, but hey, we can shout about it now. So, 4 or 5 days in, only one of the 327 members has left a comment. So, putting something like that out there seems to scare people. I wonder why. Join the LinkedIn group, it's free. Go and read the research and leave a comment. That's also free. So ask yourself, why would no one in the group be interested in how people really learn a language? There's lots and lots of recent research to explain it much more clearly. Oh, and today, as I mentioned before, an executive from Oxford University Press China asked to join the group. I let him in, of course. I love sharing good news. Here's the link to the Teaching English group on LinkedIn. So I feel totally justified in making these comments because I can actually prove EOT works. It's for the rest to take us on and post their before and after audio clips to prove their claims and try to beat us. The best claim I found for an improvement of 3 levels was about 3 months, and then no proof was provided. And what I did was take it on myself to do a little analysis of the English language course market. And so you can check out my totally truthful course comparison, which includes some very, very famous names. It's an interesting little project I did while I wasn't sending you long newsletters. And there's the link, just click on it there. So having spent months and months, I nearly lost the will to live while I was doing it, trying to find the right course delivery system. I think we might have finally found a system that gives you, the learners and teachers, the flexibility and access you need to make the most of our course materials. Now, when you buy an EOT ebook course from us, you get a real PDF you can keep. It is a copy of our original and is personalized for you. Unlike other publishers who use heavy digital rights management, you might have heard of DRM, software that restricts the places and ways in which you can use the content you bought from them and can be a right royal pain in the backside. That means annoying. Our content is protected psychologically. Now, what does that mean? It means you can do anything you like with it, upload it into WizIQ's virtual classroom and teach, put it on your iPad, on your iPhone, on your notebook, on your work PC. Basically, you can use it like any other PDF, but if you share it with someone, and then they share it with someone, and then they put it on a file sharing website or share it illegally, your email address and the purchase number will still be on the PDF. And so if we find out about it, we will know whose PDF it is. So, there are more and more people using EOT. People will tell us. So, don't do it. Is the simple answer. It is valuable content, and it can help people learn English very, very quickly, like Jane, who was Chinese, who studied English for 16 years and still spoke like a beginner. But, we have to protect our content, and that's the best way to make it flexible, but also to protect it. And don't share it with anyone else. Okay. Now here are some coupons, 25% off. Copy the coupon, and then when you go to buy a book or a package of books, just put the coupon code in where it's asked, and you'll get 25% off. And then so there you have it. Now you know that you can teach or study using EOT, and that it will definitely reach the parts that other English courses cannot reach. And the source of that clever slogan was the famous Heineken 1970s beer commercial, which is embedded at the top of this newsletter. You just click on the image, but you can also click here to watch it on this link. It is a lot of fun. It's a famous commercial, and it uses interesting language like Cockney rhyming slang. So have a listen. Okay, cheers, bye bye, better go.